going to record it.
Can
Are
you
you
hide?
fucking kidding me?
Hide somewhere. Record it.
No! Oh my God. Okay, if you
Fine.
don't get your ass kicked, if they turn around and see me recording it, I'm getting my ass kicked.
Fine.
So
I'll have
fuck
Des
you.
do it.
No.
Des will record anything.
Fuck you. No. I'm not doing that. Guess what, guys?
We're not doctors.
No, we are not.
If you're going to be making any major medical decisions, please consult your doctor.
That includes diets, exercise, medications, and surgery.
We love you guys.
And we want you to continue to be in our OSLP family forever.
So be careful and consult your doctors. Have you heard of ProCare, or just have you been living under a rock?
ProCare is the very first bariatric multivitamin to develop a one-a-day vitamin. That's right, you heard it correctly, one a day. And they also have delicious dark chocolate calciums that are available during the winter months.
That's right. So go to procarenow.com, get your calcium chews, get your multivitamin, and use OSLP for a discount. What is Sequence?
Well, Sequence is an at-home weight loss program. All you have to do is take the quiz, meet your clinician, get your prescription, and you're already on the way to a healthier you. I know when I felt hopeless with my regain, I joined right away.
And I saw great results with Kel, so guess what? I joined. So go over to joinsequence.com right now, use OSLP, and you're going to get a discount.
Are you feeling a little sluggish? Little lack of protein? Little lack of caffeine? Well, we got the fix for that.
That's right. DiveBarNutrition has the best protein bars. They have caffeine, protein, and they taste delicious.
So head on over to DiveBarNutrition.com and use code OSLP at checkout.
In order to have a happy, healthy, and a successful journey, you do need to take a bariatric formulated supplement.
Yes, you do. And you can be confident in choosing Bariatric Fusion to get your vitamins, minerals, collagen, and your protein. So head on over to bariatricfusion.com and use code OSLP for a discount. Welcome back, OSLP family!
Welcome, welcome.
You are listening to Our Sleeve Life podcast, and this is Kelly.
This is Mel.
And you know, we have to remind you.
Of course.
First things first, go over to oursleevelifepodcast.com, sign up for the newsletters. It will pop up as soon as you get it on the website.
That's true story.
Because we have a free ebook that gets sent directly to you that we created. All about bariatrics, and it is amazing. So go sign up for that, and then you will be in the first in people to know
all the things
that we do. You know, we got lots of shit going on, and
there's
over here
always fun,
all the time.
Yeah, there's always fun discounts that you can get through the newsletters.
Yes.
So it's very important for you to sign up. You can get our merch, so it's on the same site.
Yep.
And who doesn't want to rock some Our Sleeve Life podcast merch, especially for the holidays that are coming up?
Yeah. You want to add that to your Christmas list.
That's right.
Because we got some good shit.
And we're rebranding in
are.
the new year. So get the swag now.
Yep, because it will all be going away.
That's right.
Yep.
Expiring.
Yep, and everything's going to be redesigned, reloaded on there. So make sure that you get it while it's up on the website.
That's right.
Second, you need to go to Patreon.
Patreon.com/OSLP.
Yes.
And become one of our Benchies.
They get so many special perks. They get episodes just for them. That's What She Said Corner. We've got special discounts for them. They get their very own brunch after the JBY show every year.
Every year.
Very, very cool. We all just get to hang out together. And speaking of hanging out together, once a month, we do a Zoom call.
We do, and we just did one yesterday.
We did.
It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. We come up with different topics every month to talk about. This last one was snacking.
Yep. And
we went through what are some tips and tricks to get around snacking, because we all find ourselves doing it.
And we learned a lot yesterday.
We did. Yeah. It was very, very interesting. So I like that our Benchies actually teach us as much as we teach them. They support us as much as we support them. It is a community and a very little, just a wonderful little family. So go join.
I love it. I love it. And if you want a free way to help out your girls, very easy to do. You just go over to YouTube. It's already on your phone. You literally just type in Our Sleeve Life podcast. We are the only ones. And you just hit the bell and the subscribe. And then you get literally videos like this every single Tuesday, guys.
And who doesn't want to look at our faces
every
Tuesday?
Why not?
Yeah.
So Go over there. Do it.
Do it right now.
Do it.
All right. So into the episode, guys.
Yep.
This one is an interesting one that we have not talked about
Yeah.
at all.
Surprise.
In over 3 years, we've never talked about this. And I don't know why we didn't, but I'm glad we are now.
You know, I think it's because, like, it takes a lot to do what we're about to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you need to be prepared. You have to have your mental state has to be in a good place.
Yes.
To have this conversation.
For sure.
Yeah.
So we have taken control of our lives.
Yep.
We had surgery.
We did.
Some of us have taken GLP-1s.
Yep.
We are staying on track.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing all these things, right? So we've learned what it takes to become a healthy, happy person.
Yes. It's a lot.
Now, how do we translate that into having that conversation with others?
And not just like other people in the community, because that's easy to do.
Yeah. I feel like that's too easy.
That's too easy. We're talking about our moms, our cousins, our bonus children's, our children itself. Like, whatever it is, it's just hard to do. Friends and family. And we're coming into time. We're going to see a lot of them because it's holiday season.
It is holiday season. It is upon us.
And you know what? They like to talk to us about our journeys. So
where's their journey?
I feel like it should be okay for us to talk to them about their health journey. And maybe we can even propose it that way. Just be like, hey, like, you know, I've been doing this. Like, how have you been on your health journey? Just kind of like drop the little.
Yeah, like tiptoe in just a little bit. Okay, because at the end of the day, having these conversations are not fun.
No.
They suck.
Yep.
And you want to see them happy and healthy, but you don't want to offend them.
Oh, just like how no one told us, hey, you're getting a little.
You're fat.
You're getting a little big here.
You're fat and you need to do something about it.
Yeah.
Like, and obviously we're not going to word it like that.
No.
Like, it needs to be a gentle conversation, in my opinion.
Of course.
And recently I've had this conversation. So I have a little bit of insider stuff going on because I put it off for months. Because it's not a conversation that you look forward to. Like, you just don't.
No, you don't. And I had a conversation a year ago, maybe a little over a year now, with a buddy, Garth. But I also asked my ex at the time how you think he would go with me talking about it.
Okay.
I even asked his girlfriend at the time, does she think that he would be like comfortable with me talking about it? Or do you think he would be like receptive to it?
Yeah.
And they both were like, yeah, you can talk about it. I'm sure he'll be fine with it. He probably won't do it.
Yeah.
But you can have the conversation. So I like tiptoed to the people around him first before I went in.
Well, I mean, it makes sense because you want to get like kind of some information on, okay, do you think he's going to even be receptive to me talking about it?
Yes.
Because that, I think, is the first line is you kind of tiptoe in, see if they're receptive. Then if they are, then you can continue the conversation.
Correct.
I posed it as I had a question.
Nice.
So I was like, I want to ask you this. And my first question was like, have you thought about having surgery?
Now, what made you want to have this conversation? I think we should go a little bit back.
I see the health problems. I see the, and I kind of posed it to you today when we were talking, like living a half life.
Yeah.
And that's a big deal. Like, living a half life is what we did our entire lives. We weren't comfortable, so we didn't do things. Like, even at the PNC Live Studio, you talked about not going to Northern Lights because the seats.
Correct. I would literally tell friends no.
Yeah.
To not go to a movie
even if you wanted to see the movie.
Even if I wanted to see the movie because of the seats. And I never told them it was because of the seats.
Well, yeah, because that's embarrassing.
I just made up like I don't feel good or I don't want to see that movie or I'll meet you after I'm busy or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you didn't want to sit in the seats.
I didn't want to feel embarrassed.
So you can use that, like, that's living a half life. You're missing out on time with friends and family because you can't fit in the seat.
Correct.
So I don't want to see people live a half life.
No, not anymore.
No, because it's not worth it. Like if you can do something, whether that be surgery, medications, seeing a dietitian, a nutritionist, anything in that, like why not take the chance?
Well, and I know I was always scared to see a nutritionist.
Yeah.
Or a dietitian. Yeah. Because I'm like, they're going to tell me I eat real bad.
Yeah.
Real bad. And I don't want to hear it. And so I avoided it forever until I had bariatric surgery. Because I knew what it was. But then I was like, I didn't know if I was mentally ready to handle the news.
Yeah.
Because that's a big deal.
Yep.
And like, I remember like having that conversation with them. And they're like, okay, you don't actually eat that bad. Let's just pull some things out.
Yeah.
And replace some things. And I was like, and that made me feel better.
Yeah.
Because the
like
people there, like I think at these surgery centers and the nutritionists and stuff, like they care about you.
Yeah.
And they want to help you. And I never felt that. I've always been told all the time from every doctor, you need to lose weight. You need to lose weight.
Yeah.
They never tell you how to lose weight. They just say it like it's an
or they refer you to a center that's not a surgery center. It's like a diet center.
Oh, yeah.
I had that happen.
I have not had that happen.
Actually, Heather, which she was a great
Dr. Rollins,
physician's assistant. That's who we saw. Like, we saw the same doctor.
We did.
And she was amazing. Like, she's the one that caught that I had rheumatoid arthritis.
Yep.
She caught a lot of my things because she sat down and she talked with me about what was going on.
Correct.
When it came to losing weight, she was not great about it.
No, she wanted me to take all my metal out of my leg first before I did surgery. She was the one that said that to me. So by the way, guys,
understand.
I have a titanium rod from knee down, 5 screws in my ankle and 2 screws in my knee. And legit, Dr. Rollins or Heather Rollins, she said that she would like, because I told her about Matt.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay, well then, like, what has actually helped, like, prevented you from working out? And I was like, well, I have had this injury and it seemed to like really gain more weight when I had the injury. Well, I did the physical therapy, but still like I can walk. Like that part's fine.
Physical therapy, but like it has its time and place.
Right.
But that's not for losing weight.
No.
Like,
and she's like, well, maybe we should just have that removed first. And I was like, but it's fine.
Yeah, why would I remove it?
And she's like, yeah, but we should remove the metal and then we can go from there. And I was like, I don't like that answer.
Yeah.
I'm not going to,
I'll just go around
I still have that metal, by the way.
Yeah, and you've done fine. Later, like, you've done totally fine.
It's fine. It's just, so that's when I filled out the paperwork for Dr. Patterson.
I got my referral from my, because that was...
You got a couple of referrals, didn't you?
No, I only got one.
From the RA people?
Yeah.
Okay.
So so we'll roll back. So I had my sister's birthday party, which I realized I needed to lose 8 pounds. No, more than that. And then I went to Heather.
Yeah.
She referred me to a diet center.
Okay.
And I called them. And they were so fucking rude on the phone.
Oh, no.
And I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm not doing another diet.
Yeah.
And so then I went to my rheumatoid arthritis doctor.
Yeah.
And she then told me, I do not refer people, but I will refer you.
Nice.
And then that was when I got in to see Dr. Thompson.
Perfect. So we welcome and love that RA doctor.
Yeah,
for sure.
For sure. Dr. Mikasa is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Like she's I drive an hour to go see her once a month because I refuse to go to anybody else.
It's worth it. If they take care of you, guys, really get people that are on your side. You can choose.
And
it's in your network.
You can travel.
You can travel if you have to.
If you can are able, travel to see the right doctor.
Yeah, it's very important.
Yeah. So that's I just feel like doctors are not equipped to have that conversation because it comes off like judgy.
It comes off judgy, and I don't know about you, but it's almost like Charlie Brown noise. It's like I've heard it before.
Exactly.
Cool.
Yeah, of course losing weight would help my joints.
Like I get that.
No duh. Yeah. But how do I do that?
Like, and then they go, well, you need to lose weight. Okay, well, how?
How do I lose weight?
How do I do that?
And I think that is part of having this tough conversation is this is the part that's good, is that we now have the experience, the life experience, to give them a how. Mm-hmm. And that's what I experienced with the conversation I had was I asked the question, like, have you thought about bariatric surgery? Have you thought about having weight loss surgery? You've seen me go through it. I obviously have a podcast about it. What are your thoughts on it? Yeah. And they were very receptive. Mm-hmm. She was very receptive about it. And I was actually relieved because I was like, I don't know what's going to happen. Right. But I also made a point to say, like, this is not about your looks. You are a beautiful human. Yeah.
She really is.
She's a beautiful human. But I just want to make sure that you aren't, A, living a half-life, mm-hmm. and B, you're saying your feet hurt, your knees hurt, your back hurts. Like, all of these things hurt.
I felt so bad for her at the Tay-Tay concert. Because I knew, because I've gone to concerts big. Yeah. I've been in that stadium. There's photos of me in that stadium. So at the Seahawks Stadium, I have gone to 4. We need to go. I haven't gone back small Mel.
We should go.
We need to go to the game. Anyways, so I've gone to 4 NFL games as big me, like 280 pounds to 300 pounds. Walking that thing is fucking hell in a handbasket.
It's brutal, even on our bodies.
On your knees, on your ankles, your feet.
It's all concrete.
All concrete. Everything's up. And I was in the Hawk's Nest. So it was like vert. I've been where we sat, where it's 300 level. And it's still, you can see everything. It wasn't even about that. I just remember getting out there and being like, I don't want to leave because I'm going to have to do all those stairs down, go to the bathroom, and then do all of those stairs back up.
So you hold it as long as possible.
Yep. And I knew when she put on those boots, I was like, my feet fucking hurt in Vans or Converse. There's no way that her feet aren't going to hurt. I was like, I don't know. I didn't know what to say because I knew it in my head. And boy, like she was in pain, man. Yeah. She was in great pain. I saw women all through Tay-Tay's concert, dressed up, looked beautiful, but they were all in fucking pain because of the weight and how big that field is and what you have to do to even get in there. Yep. And I just feel for people because I see it now. I see it when we were at Disney World. I saw it when we were at Universal. I think I actually made a comment at Universal where I was like, oh, that poor woman. She's having a bad day.
Well, you can tell.
And we know now. I know the face.
Like because the chub rub, the heat, the sweating, there's so many things. Like I can totally relate because when I was on prednisone, your body heats up like crazy.
Right. Yeah, it's one of the side effects.
And it is not fun when you are in direct heat and you want to dress cute and you want to look cute and you want to have makeup done. Yep. And it's literally just melting. Your hair is like, it's just gross and sticky and like, it's just not a fun feeling.
It's not. And you remember that too. Like, obviously we can remember.
Yeah, very clearly.
Very clearly how we felt, what was going on in our heads. And now I know the look. Like, I can see it on people's faces and their eyes.
The unhappiness.
You can tell that they're trying to smile. They're trying to be a trooper, but inside they're like, please get me home. I just want to be home.
I mean, honestly, I'm very glad that I did not ever do Universal or Disney or anything in bigger Kelly.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I would have been able to.
It would have been a struggle.
I probably would have broke down and gotten a wheelchair. To be honest.
Or the scooter. And that's like one of your things you do not want.
I do not want. I don't.
She was told to use a cane.
I'm not there.
And she wouldn't use the cane.
No. I probably wouldn't have fallen as much.
I would say you fell a lot.
Honestly. But I'm glad that I didn't.
Yeah.
But I can relate so hard to the people that you see that are like, they're lagging.
I know, and I just want to touch them and be like, it will get better.
There's an option.
There's an option for you. But I can't say that at Disney World.
You can't just go up to a random stranger and be like, I see that you're fat.
I know.
I have a surgery that would work for you.
It's like we need to have our business cards on us at all times. Be like, I've been where you're at. Literally just go, I was like 300 pounds. Here's our card. Yeah. Maybe that's what we should do in public from now on.
I mean, even that's dicey.
I mean, because
they could turn around and just be like, fuck off.
That's fine.
Because honestly, if somebody would have done it to me, I probably would have said that same thing. I would have been like, fuck you. Well, you don't know what you're talking about.
Well, hopefully we'll get both. We'll get some nice people.
I mean,
but I'm gonna try it out. I feel like I'm gonna try it out because
I will leave that to you.
When we go to shows and concerts and whatnot, because like I just feel so bad.
I know, but it's like,
I feel so bad.
But then it's like, how far is too far?
You know what? I think from here on out, as long as we're not using offensive words
like that,
yeah, or you're obese, or you look gross, or whatever it is, I think there's not a line anymore. At least for us, because we've been there.
I will leave that to you directly because I am not doing that.
Okay, you record it.
Who else feels like portion control is the #1 hurdle in a weight loss journey?
I know I do, but that is why we go to Portion Perfection to get all of our needs met, because they have cups, they have bowls, and they even have recipes for us. It's so nice.
They also have the kit and carry, which is perfect for on-the-go portion control. So click the link below and get yours today.
I know I didn't have enough support during my weight loss journey.
She didn't. And when we found the Tribe, we were over the moon because not only do they offer you at least one support group a day, but they give you the tools and the knowledge to really succeed on your journey.
That's right. So go over to the sleevedietitian.com and find the subscribe button for the Tribe and use OSLP to get your discount.
Are you located in the Florida area?
Well, we have the perfect office for you. Dr. Fridley and his wife, Macy, have created the perfect, welcoming, and safe place for your bariatric journey.
That's right. So click on the link below to start your weight loss journey now. And don't forget to tell them that the OSLP's girls sent you.
I am not going to record it.
Can
Are
you
you
hide?
fucking kidding me?
Hide somewhere. Record it.
No! Oh my God. Okay, if you don't get your ass kicked, if they turn around and see me recording it, I'm getting my ass kicked.
Fine.
So
I'll have Des do it.
No.
Des will record anything.
Fuck you. No. I'm not doing that. No.
Oh my God. Fine.
No. It is different if we're doing man on the street and we go up to them and like ask if they can be recorded. I'm not
That's
secretly recording that shit.
That's true.
Fuck you. No. No.
Fair enough.
Okay.
But I will at least try it. So because I remember with the one, I really remember this one. It was a preseason game.
Okay.
And I got to see Jay Cutler on his back. It was very awesome.
On his back?
Yeah. Like it's the Bears. It was Seattle versus the Bears, and Jay Cutler got hit so bad that he was on his back. It was awesome. It's during that.
Okay.
It was during that football game.
Okay.
To where after the game, I remember walking back to the fucking whatever, that tram thing.
Yeah, the train.
Yeah, the train. And that was when I told Eric that I was like, I want to just tell people. Remember I was saying that? I was like, I just want to tell them they don't have to be fat anymore. You don't have to worry about it. Because I already I was at the end where I was like scheduling everything. I'm like, we can do this.
I was like,
no, the last
what time
one,
frame are we at?
Yeah, I've done the thing.
I'm on the same page. Okay.
Yeah.
All
so
right.
I remember telling him that. I was like, I just want to tell people.
Yeah.
There is options. And
there are options for you.
And that's what triggered it, was like
are.
seeing the people and knowing that like I've been there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get out of it. This is going to happen. This is going to work. Because I had faith in the process.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was like, I saw Matt. I saw people online. I was like, okay. I told myself I can't be the one that doesn't lose weight. Because I know that we all think, oh, we're the one that's not going to lose weight. And I thought that
you
at first.
to make it be you.
And I refused to be like, that's not going to be me. Like, no fucking way that's going to be me.
Yeah.
So I knew in my head, this is going to fucking work. And we finally have an option. And I've had 2 conversations. So you've had a conversation with your bonus kid. Mm-hmm. And you said that. So you started off just with like, have you thought about it?
Yeah. So it was, have you thought about it? Then I went into, this is not about your looks.
Yep.
I think you're beautiful. I just know that you often complain about your feet hurting, your back hurting, your knees hurting. Mm-hmm. And I said, I don't want you to lose opportunities in this world because you're uncomfortable in your skin.
Yep.
And she did say that she's nervous to go meet with the doctor because she feels like they don't understand.
Okay.
Because there was another health thing. I'm not going to go into it. But she basically was brushed off. Mm. And so she feels like she's not heard. And so I immediately offered, well, do you want me to go with you? I will go with you. I will make sure that they listen.
Yep.
Like, I will not leave until they listen to you.
Well, and we know what it feels like to be brushed off by doctors.
Yeah.
It happened all the time.
And I also posed it as, you are going to be 18. And you are allowed to make these decisions when you turn 18. If you choose to do surgery, that is your right.
Yeah.
And and she kind of like talked about like just going on a diet type of talking.
We always do that.
And I go, okay, but here's the thing. How many diets do you have to do before you actually look at surgery as an option?
Right.
And I kind of went into like, the insurance part of it and like what they would pay for and stuff like that. And she didn't realize that it is a surgery that insurance will cover.
Yes. So what we do love about Oregon Health Plan, they cover it.
They do cover surgery. You do have a lot of stipulations to get there, but I think her comorbidities, because I am pretty sure she's probably pre-diabetic at this point.
She could be.
That's
what's scary is that she's
scary.
Not even 18 yet.
She's not even 18.
Be
yep.
pre-diabetic already.
Well, and you got to look at it like Zach was over 400 pounds.
Correct. That's her dad.
That's my boyfriend.
Yeah.
He was over 400 pounds. He had surgery. He has lost 220 of that. Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
But I feel like obesity is a disease and it is in her genetics.
100%.
It is not her fault. And that's kind of what I was going around trying to like explain to her. Like, it's not your fault. Obesity is a disease. We have something that could potentially put you into a remission of obesity.
Yeah.
Like, let's do this, because it's me and I'm like, let's do this. Let's get this going.
Yeah, Kellie's like, now.
And she's not 18 yet, so she has some time and we left it as like, I just want you to think about this.
Yeah, you don't have to make a decision.
Maybe let's make a doctor's appointment. Let's get some blood tests done. Let's do some things to figure out what's going on with you. And then let's go from there. Like, it doesn't have to be like the next day you're having surgery.
Right.
Because I feel like you need to be prepared for that. And I also let her know, like, start thinking about what would change.
Yeah.
And what you would gain and what would you have to give up for a little bit. And, because I also wanted her to know, like, you're not ending your life. You're not ending, like, you can still have those things you love.
You're really just starting your life after you have surgery.
Yeah. And I don't want her to be in her 30s and deciding to have surgery.
Right.
I want her to live a full life from 18 on.
Right. Yeah.
Because everybody always says, what's your one regret? That I didn't do it sooner.
Always.
So let's start now. Let's get this going now.
Well, and we have all the resources to help her.
We do. So I did explain to all of this to her. She was, like I said, very receptive to it.
Nice.
It opened her mind up a little bit. And I think that's the ultimate goal about having these tough decisions or discussions with people is, hey, I got you.
Right. What I think is great is that she has people around her that's had surgery.
Yeah.
Like her own dad, you, me, and then Katie's around.
Yep.
It's like you have a bunch of us.
Yeah.
That have been there, been through all the troubles,
Yep.
been through all the struggles.
Yeah.
And all we want to do is just make you not feel those things. So
exactly.
We would like to help. And I know I wish I had something like that.
Yeah. Oh,
like that would be awesome to have that feeling.
Well, and I feel like I was able to talk to you more about it because you had surgery.
Oh, yeah.
I felt comfortable having that conversation with you. And then once I had it, you were comfortable having conversations with me about it because then I understood.
Yeah,
so
you
I
actually had a full understanding.
Yeah,
it's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah, and I think with the holidays here, we touched on it earlier. With the holidays here, you're going to be seeing your family and friends. You're going to be seeing that they are gaining weight or that maybe they went through a weight loss journey.
Yeah.
And you're seeing all these people that you don't generally see most of the year.
Right. And that's why I'm kind of saying that, like, because, you don't see those cousins like you do until now. You don't see the aunts and uncles. And because we've been open about our surgery now. They all know about it.
Yep.
So they're going to ask.
Yep.
I'm used to that now.
Yep. How's the journey going? How's the weight going?
Yep. And so, like, I think that we should pair off of that and just be like, you know, how's your health journey? Just to start that question, because, like, that's not just a weight journey. That's health in general.
Yeah,
so, like, they could start with, like, oh, you know, like, I'm seeing my therapist. And it could slowly go down to, like, I've gained. It kind of, like, opens the door for them to start talking about the weight. Because we know the weight's not going to be first thing they say. No, they're going to be like, you know, I had this thumb that was fucked up for whatever reason, like XYZ. So it definitely opens the door. The way that I approached Garth was interesting.
Okay, yeah, I want to hear it because I knew you approached him.
I did. So this was I remember it now because we were doing lives with people for the JBY. For last year's JBY, which if you don't know what JBY is, it's Just Be You Bariatric Award Show, and we put it on every year.
Go check out jbyawards.com.
That's right. There's lots of stuff there.
Yep.
But it was actually a day you were sick. Eric and Garth were upstairs, and I was on a live with John, with Jarps.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
Remember?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so me and him talked about being a guy in the community, being nominated, and the last question I asked him was, like, what would you tell other guys right now?
Yeah.
And he literally said, suck up your ego and your pride.
Yeah.
And fucking get the surgery.
Yeah.
Because you need it. Stop acting like you don't.
Yep.
He goes, because he said that for him, the only reason why he waited was because of his ego and pride. He was very open and honest about it.
Yeah.
And I loved it. And I was like, I'm going to use this.
Yeah.
I'm using this bad boy because Garth's upstairs and I've known him for a decade. And he just carries it right in his belly area.
Yep.
And he's I love that guy. He's an amazing person, very genuine and nice guy. And he has a kid. And I was like, okay, he would be perfect at this. He has that atypical brain like me.
Yep.
Very organized.
Yep.
I'm like, he would do amazing. And that's what I even told his girlfriend and Eric at the time. And they both were like, I think so too. So when I went upstairs, they were all chit-chatting about whatever.
Yeah.
And then he asked me, hey, what were you doing downstairs? Like, who are you talking to? And I was like,
So you got to look for your opening.
You do.
You got to look for your opening.
Do.
Okay, all right.
Because he asked what I was doing and who I talked to. And I instantly said, oh, I was talking to John, which is J.R.P.S on Instagram. And I showed him his photo and everything. And he's like, holy shit, he's done amazing. And I was like, yeah. And I really think, I was like, okay, Garth, I'm going to ask you. Like, what do you think about you doing this? Because I feel like you have the brain for it. I feel like you could handle it really well. And I was like, I'm going to tell you that John straight up said it was his ego that pushed it where he wasn't going to do it for so long. And now he's in his 30s, about to be 30 or in his 30s, and he's doing it.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know, Mel, I'm going to be honest. Like, I don't think I need it. Okay.
I wouldn't be having this conversation with you if I didn't.
Correct.
Okay.
But I didn't say that. I was like, okay.
All right.
And he's like, I'm just going to be following what my doctors say for my diet because he was having severe pain on his left side. And they were finding out there's certain foods that really trigger his stomach and his whatever
innards.
His innards.
Yeah.
And because one time, like, we took him to the hospital because of the pain.
Yeah.
One time he actually was in so much pain, he called an ambulance by himself.
Yeah.
And then we went and Eric went and met him there.
Wow.
So it's like he has the comorbidities. He even told us that he was pre-diabetic. So he was having all these things happen. And he's like, I'm just going to follow the nutritionist.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, you do you. But just know this is an option. And men do it too.
This is here waiting for you.
Whenever you need it. And I was like, it doesn't matter how old you are. Because I brought up Jason from Barry Nation.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, Jason's 45. Because at the time, I think he just turned 41. I want to say Garth just turned 41.
Okay.
So I was like, hey, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It doesn't matter the age. So I was like, if you still want to do this in a couple of years, or if you finally want to do this in a couple of years, it will still be here. And he's like, okay. And that was it. That was the conversation.
Okay.
He now knows, that this is an option for him too. And it's not just for women.
Yeah.
It's not just if you're like only 300 pounds or whatever the number he has in his head that he has to be at before you get surgery.
Well,
so
he's definitely
Oh, yeah, totally. And like, especially with the comorbidities that I know that he has, because
I just thought it was like 600 pounds.
I know.
I thought I had to be like one of those people on
the
TV.
show. I thought I had to be 500, 400 pounds.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so I was like, oh, this isn't an option for me. But guess what? It is.
It totally is. It's an option for even people that actually have like lower BMIs.
Yeah.
This is an option. We've spoken with them actually. Ashley, smaller Ash. She literally was like on the lower end of 200.
Yeah.
She still got her surgery. She's doing fucking amazing.
Yeah. And Haley, she's on TikTok more than Instagram.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She's a lower BMI.
Yep.
And it's they still are able to do it. Like, you may have to find some workarounds.
Correct.
But also, if you're a smaller BMI, but you have comorbidities, they'll still do it.
They'll do it. Because it's needed for your health, guys.
Yeah, for your health.
For your health. So here's the second one that I talked about. Like, I didn't bring it up, though, but I did talk to them about it.
Who?
So this is Shelby, my cousin Shelby that I live with.
Okay.
This is during Just Be You.
Okay.
So this is the recent, like, the Just Be You that just happened.
Oh. I don't know any of this, guys.
She has no idea.
Yeah.
I think I told you a little bit of it.
No.
No?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought I did. Anyways.
Just your best friend and co-host over here. I don't need to know these things.
I could have swore I told you.
No.
So in the Airbnb, we all were sharing rooms. So me and Shelby shared a room. She was helping me out as my assistant, and she finally it was the rehearsed. No, it was after the party, the first night, the live.
Oh, okay.
So
the live
she met
show.
everybody at
Got
the live show, right?
Yeah.
And then the next morning we did the yoga.
Yes.
Right.
And the sound bath.
And the sound bath.
Yeah.
And so that all happened. She didn't come to the
rehearsal.
dinner.
Rehearsal. I always think rehearsal. The sponsor presenter dinner.
Correct. She did all of our dresses. And was
steaming them
for us.
Mm-hmm. She did a great job.
And she wanted to just be home. So I was like, okay, cool. So then we sleep in the same bed. That's how much we were sharing.
Yeah. Totally normal.
And we woke up in the morning and I sat up and she didn't sit up. She just kind of laid there. And I was like, you okay? She goes, I have a question for you. And I was like, what? And she's like, do you think I should get the surgery? And I was quiet and I was like, I'm going to be honest with you. I do.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay. And I was like, where'd that come from? And she's like, well, during yoga, it was really hard.
Yeah.
On my knees.
Yeah.
She's like, I couldn't do a lot of the moves.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, and I'm looking around the room, knowing that people were my size or bigger and are doing amazing. Mm-hmm. And she's like, I feel like I could do it. And I was like, you could totally do it.
Yeah.
I was literally, because she's 27, I was like, I was literally your age when I got surgery.
Yeah.
So you can fucking do this shit.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay. And I was like, if you need anything, just ask. Like, we have all the resources around us to help you.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay. She's like, I do have a doctor's appointment. I'm going to talk to them about the weight stuff. And I was like, okay. So she did do her doctor's appointment, and they're going to prescribe first is like a weight loss med.
Yeah.
Because this is a new thing for her. She's never been big in her life. She's always been a tiny girl.
Okay.
And when she stopped doing some things that she was doing, she has gained a lot of weight.
Yes.
And even when she's tracking her food, she's not even eating enough to like gain. It's just her body now is retaining. Her body is in starvation mode all day long. It thinks it's never going to get food because at a point it wasn't ever getting food. So now everything she eats just attaches to her. So she's on her own weight loss journey, but she's going to be she's going to be taking a med for a little while, see if that works.
What med?
They denied her for
GLP-1?
Ozempic.
Oh, okay.
And so her doctor goes, I'm going to make sure this goes through. I'm going to find, she's like, we're going to try a different med though, but I'm going to get on a call with the insurance company and make this happen. So yeah.
Oh, that's
I love
cool.
doctors.
That makes you want to cry.
Right?
Because it's like,
yay.
Oh.
Yeah. So she's going to, that's what's in the works right now.
Okay.
But she said also if that doesn't work, she knows that this is an option. And she's not scared of it, but she wants, because she hasn't really, like, because she knows she needs to work out, but she can't work out with her knees being so in pain. And she literally has a ball on her left knee of just fluid. Yeah, she had. Shit. I was poking it a couple days ago.
Oh my God.
When I'm sick, she's like my little buddy and we watch shows together.
Yeah.
And so she was like, Mel, look at this. I was like, oh my God, girl. But her knee and her back really fucking hurt.
So I have a question.
So
I feel like Katie right now. I have questions.
I love Katie.
So
Katie with a C. Hi.
Yeah, Katie with a C. Does she know that she can do the surgery and take that med?
She does.
Okay.
She's doing the thing of like, let me try this on my own first.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. And I think
that's what I figured, but I wanted to like
be like, hey, we can commingle these.
Oh yeah.
And when you commingle them, they work really well.
Well, my thought is like if you're fighting for the medication, why not start the process for surgery?
Right.
Have the surgery, and then when that's approved, you can start.
You can do all the things together.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think everybody has to go through that spot of I'm gonna try it on my own. I'm gonna see if I can do this by myself. Blah blah blah. At least a couple times.
Or more.
I probably did it 7 or 8 times.
Yeah.
I can't even count how many times I tried.
Yeah. I'm going to eat boiled chicken and sweet potato and quinoa.
Yeah.
Like literally barf.
Yeah.
It looks like barf in a thing. Like
I fucking hate quinoa.
I hate it. I hate it. And sweet potato is so disgusting.
Your sweet potatoes. Keep them
so disgusting.
away from me.
I know I've talked about this, but that was my clearest memory of like full on dieting because my sister was in a
competition,
bodybuilding competition, and that was what she was eating. And I was like, hey, can you help me make it? Because I'm like, she's losing massive weight. I ate one of it. And I was just like, I can't do this. This is so gross.
Yep.
No, thank you.
Yep.
Put it in the trash.
Yeah, 100%.
Not doing it.
Because it is gross.
It is gross.
I know.
And the
a
thing
lot
is,
of people like sweet potatoes, but I hate them.
I hate it.
Yeah.
It's so nasty.
I want my potato to be savory and salty.
The only sweet potato I like.
Oh, I don't even have one.
I have one at the restaurant in New Orleans.
Okay.
And we got that steak.
Oh, yes.
That I still dream about.
Steak's good.
That sweet potato with the coffee rubbed steak and the bourbon sauce. Perfection.
Yep.
Perfection. Anything else than that, fucking throw it in the trash.
Toss it.
Like my
year.
garbage crunch wrap. We'll have to talk about that later.
Fucking crunch wrap bullshit. That's hilarious. That is so fucking funny.
The weird things that you do.
When you told that story.
Okay, do we need to just talk about it now? Okay.
Just rehash it real quick. It was on last week's episode with Jane.
It was. Okay, so we will rehash it.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
Sorry.
a little bit.
Yeah.
So once in a while, we're in the studio late. By the time we're done, I'm exhausted, don't want to cook, so I DoorDash Taco Bell. I know I could drive and get it. I don't want to.
Or just get it before
It's like my one little splurge.
Okay.
So when I'm tired, I order Taco Bell, right? We all know we can order one thing and that's it, right? But I want to have options. What if it comes and I just want the crunch wrap over my grilled cheese burrito?
Well, you're giving yourself options.
Yeah. So I order both, right? This is my process. I get it. I eat about 3/4 of the grilled cheese burrito, and then I'm too full, so I don't eat the crunch wrap. So then it goes in the fridge, and then I forget about it.
Yep.
And then when I remember it, it's old, so then I throw it in the trash.
How many times do you think you've done this?
Oh, easily like 10 times. Easily, maybe more.
10 crunch wraps.
Yeah. And I continue to do it every single time. And it is my trash crunch wrap because it literally, like, there is a whole stage to it.
Kelly can.
I eat my grilled cheese burrito, move it to the fridge. Then I throw it into the trash because I forget about it.
Well, what are you going to do to combat that? Are you going to try?
No.
Why? You're wasting food.
I don't care
money.
enough. I don't care enough.
Oh my God, Kelly.
I don't care enough to change that habit.
They're $4 at least?
I don't know.
How much is a crunch wrap?
I don't know.
Oh, you should know these things.
Well, let's pull up DoorDash.
Oh my God.
Let's pull up DoorDash and we will see.
Yeah, I'd like to see. Because if you've done it 10 times, we're timesing that by 10. You could have saved yourself at least $40 to $50.
Easily 10 times. It might be more.
I'm sure.
I'm just putting that.
I know my Kelly.
Yep.
Yeah. You're fucking wild with this shit.
Okay, let's look up Taco Bell.
Because you can still, guys, that's also a thing. You can even tell your friends and family. You will eventually still get to have Taco Bell. You can still have your McDonald's, whatever it is, Kelly. Oh no, I
It's
saw
so
that
bad.
face. How?
It's so bad.
How much is it?
It's $7.
Kelly!
It's $7.06. What the fuck? When did Crunchwrap become $7?
Fuck you right now. You gotta stop this.
I literally put it in the trash. I don't eat this Crunchwrap. I will try. I will try.
You need to try.
I will try to stop.
Maybe
because
just when you leave my house.
that's $70 right there.
Yeah.
I might as well just take a $100 bill and burn it.
Ugh. Oh my God. Oh
That's
my God.
so bad.
That is so bad. Okay.
What the fuck?
I'm glad you looked it up. So you
I'm
can
glad
see it.
too. Okay, I will try to get rid of the garbage Crunchwrap that I order.
Please do. Just when you leave my house or Zach's house, just go to Taco Bell real quick.
No.
You'll also save the service fee and the delivery fee and whatever tip you make them. So now you're going to be, instead of burning one, you'd be burning 2 bills. 2 Benjamins. 2 dead presidents.
Fine.
Okay.
Fine. Okay, so
back to the ranch.
Back to it.
So what do we think? Well, we need to give some tips. What are the tips to help people have this conversation?
I think first off, see if they're receptive. That's the first step to
How do you do
having
that?
a conversation.
You talk to people around them?
I think
Or
you
just
could
them?
do yours where you talk to people around them. You could also, while you were talking about it, I was thinking of the fact that I always get questions of like, oh, you look so great. I still need to lose 5 pounds. Or they'll be like, I've gained weight. Like, and I feel like that's your in.
Yeah.
So I think you have to be like a ninja, a weight loss surgery ninja, and like figure out when your in is, and then you just grab it. Like, don't think twice, just grab onto it.
Yeah.
And just be like, well, have you ever thought about surgery? Like, what do you think about having surgery?
Right.
And then if they're not receptive to that, pull back. Like, bail out real quick.
Bail out.
Bail out. Because if they're not receptive, there's no sense in using the energy and time that goes into having the conversation.
Right.
I also think that you should make it not about their looks.
No. Always about health.
I think that like that should be a follow-up question. Like, well, what is your health like? Are you pre-diabetic? Is there anything going on with your health? Because then you have like kind of some points to make.
Right.
Of saying like, well, you know, surgery helps this and it helps this. And yeah, it's a lot of work, but it's worth it in the end. Like, you know, make it so you're not like lying to them about like, oh, it's like the greatest thing I've ever done. Like, which it is.
It is, but
there's a lot of work that goes into it. And there's a lot of stuff you have to combat when having surgery.
Well, and that's actually what I've noticed the most with like certain family members. It's the work. They just don't want to put in the work.
I think it's also the foods and the things they can't eat anymore.
Yeah.
I think that's a big one.
Well, they keep thinking they can't.
I know.
That's the deal. It's like, no, you can.
Because of those myths out there.
Yeah.
That you can't
even
eat A, B,
my
and C.
mom was finally referred to have the surgery because of her GERD.
And she refuses.
And me and Nene got on her and was like, why would you refuse a surgery that's actually going to cure it?
And help you lose weight,
and I literally
so you're happy and healthy.
I was like, Mom, you are in pain at least a couple times a month because of this. And like severe pain. And I'm like, wouldn't you want that to stop? And I even sent her the videos of the R&Y because that's what they want her to have.
Yeah.
And she's really scared of it. And I was like, I get it. Me and Kel were scared in the beginning too. Here's a video.
Yep.
Like, that's also an option, guys. We have videos on our YouTube. Again, go to Our Sleep Life Podcast on YouTube. Hit the bell. Hit the subscribe. It's in the playlist. And it actually will show you an R&Y. It'll show you a VSG.
Exactly. Like in the stomach, guys.
In the stomach.
So you can see everything. Now, if you're squeamish, don't do that.
It's not bloody, if that's why.
It's not like Grey's Anatomy and there's no blood flying everywhere. It's very clean.
Very clean.
So I feel like it's worth a watch.
It is. Because
if you're heading into this.
The VSG, if I remember correctly, it's like 30, 35 minutes. And then the R&Y is like 45 to 55.
Yeah.
Somewhere in that range.
I'm just realizing maybe I should have Bianca watch that.
You should.
Because I'm pretty sure she would probably have to have the R&Y.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, because and Zach did it, so she can
Zach
see
had
it.
the R&Y.
I mean, either way she goes, like she'll be fine. She'll
Totally
work
be fine.
it.
But that could help her nerves because she is a kid that's like in the research mode, in the thinking like that. Her mindset's not been bogged down about diet culture and her just like in the shell. It's pretty open right now.
Yeah. So
if we can get you in.
If
we can get them in, guys, anywhere between, I think, 18 and 25 is really good because you can change behaviors and habits so much easier. I think when you get over 25 into your 30s and 40s, it's fucking hard.
It's hard to change your mind.
It's hard to change your ways. It's hard to change your mindset. It's hard to stay positive about it. You know, like you get jaded really quickly.
Yeah.
So I say earlier, the fucking better.
Yeah.
And then absolutely just go for it. When you see the opening, take the opening.
Well, and I think another thing is to ask questions.
Always.
So I would say, like, don't make it about you. Ask the questions to them. Like, what are you dealing with? What are you most frustrated about?
Yeah.
Like, are you able to live a full life? Are you happy and healthy?
Ask them how they're sleeping. Some of them actually might say, I'm actually on a CPAP machine.
And then there you go.
That is a number one reason, too, to get off of that. Like, that would be great.
Because nobody likes their CPAP.
No. It's
Nobody.
not sexy.
It's not sexy. It's not comfortable.
No.
Like, I mean, some people get very used to it and then they can't sleep without it.
That's true.
But nobody likes it. So if you could do something to cure that, why wouldn't you?
Exactly. Especially if your insurance offers it.
Yeah.
Now, we do have options if they don't offer it.
Yes.
We are paired with T.R.I.B.E,
Yes.
which is a medical tourism facility that's in Tijuana, Mexico.
Yep.
And they can even help you finance your fucking surgery.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yep.
So, like, if you don't have insurance, you can go down there. We saw that, like, it's like between $5,000 to $6,000 depending on the surgery. That includes you being there the whole time.
Yep.
Like, that's not just like, oh, for the surgery. That's literally you getting your room. You there for a week. You get a companion for free.
Yep.
Like, it's pretty intense. And they've actually, like, taken care of all the hardship for you.
Yeah.
You
check
just
them
need to-
out on Instagram.
Yeah.
Because they have a lot of patients that are doing interviews. They have lots of videos of the rooms and the facilities and all of that.
Yeah.
They really, I really love them because they are fully focused on the patient.
They are. Even aftercare is available.
Yep.
They really thought of everything.
Yep.
And we actually have in our link tree.
Yeah.
So, and if you click on that and you fill out the form, you will get like $150 off of your surgery with them.
Yeah. So that's an option.
Shout out to T.R.I.B.E.
Yeah. If you can't get it covered by your insurance, that's a very solid option.
Yes.
Because it's just money.
It's right. At the end of the day, you can always, this is what I've always told myself, you can always earn more money.
Yep.
But you can't get time back.
You can't get time or your health back.
You can't. You
can't go backwards.
We can't go backwards. Everybody tries to make a time machine that are scientists. It's not working.
It's not working.
It's not working. And I don't know about you. I don't think if I went back in time, my first instinct wouldn't be to lose weight. It would be like, oh, I want to like talk to my dad, or it's going to be meeting people. It would have nothing to do with my weight at all.
No.
So it's like, take care of yourself now in the moment.
In the moment. Let's get this going. Talk to your family and friends. Have those hard discussions. Because I really feel like we need to just like bring it forward.
I think that's the only way we're going to like break the stigma. We have to break it on all fronts, right? Like we're trying to get the doctors to break their stigma.
Yep.
We're trying to get everybody on the outside and not think it's the easy way out. And now we need to go towards our family and friends and show them, hey,
there's options.
You can do it too. And who cares if you get the surgery? It doesn't make you any less of a person.
No, not at all.
People think it's embarrassing, shameful, and all these things. And it's like, no.
No, it's just your life.
Is it really shameful to take care of yourself? Is it embarrassing to take care of yourself?
We don't think so. But
I think that's...
People are stupid.
People are stupid. And by the way, you do matter.
Yeah, everybody matters. Everybody matters. And everybody deserves to have a happy, healthy life. And part of bringing it forward is having those tough conversations.
That's right.
So let us know if you have any questions, if you are having tough conversations with people and you need some advice or some support. We are always here for you. We always answer our own messages on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, email, Facebook, all of it is just us.
Yes.
So we like to hear what you guys have going on. And if you're having that tough conversation, like, let's hear about it. Let's see if we can get other people on board and get their health back.
Absolutely. And we have a plenty of resources for you guys. So don't ever hesitate to talk to us.
Yep.
Go to our link trees. Look at what's in there because there is a lot of things in there that I think people don't realize that can help you.
Yeah.
So definitely take advantage of that. And again, don't forget, we have our own Benchies. We have our own support group that can help you through these things.
Yep.
And they help each other with these kind of conversations.
All the time.
All the time.
Yes.
And so
probably every single day.
I probably see one or two at least every single day.
Yeah.
So remember to go over to our Sleep Life podcast. Well, hold on. Let's go over to patreon.com/OSLP. Become one of our Benchies to be in the support group. And then, of course, go to oursleeplifepodcast.com. Get your merch, get your newsletters, and go over to YouTube so you can see this and hang out with us for our hour of time to talk about these hard things sometimes.
Yeah. All right. Well, we love you guys, and we will see you next time. Bye.